in a balloon of water. The baby's drowning. I have to get that baby out. And of course, I also have to be thinking about the mother. I have another patient here. Is she going to start hemorrhaging? Is she going to start having some postpartum complications? So I'm looking at this balloon when all of a sudden a little face floats up to the surface. Oh my goodness, there's a baby in there.
Dr. Ruff's patient has dislocated his artificial head, but his orthopedic surgeon is delayed in the operating room.
What are you going to do?
What did he say? Dr. Kippen says he definitely wants to be the one to reduce Trevor's head.
What? Dr. Kippen is not here. Look at him. Either you do it right now, or I will. I'm trained to do it.
So I sympathize with the partner. Okay, I'll do it. The longer we wait to reduce the hip, the more difficult it becomes. And that's because the muscle surrounding the joint spasms so tightly that it's hard to get the hip back into place. Janine, drop 100 milligrams of propofol, please. Reducing the hip can be incredibly painful, so much so that we end up giving the patient a generous dose of anesthetic to essentially knock them out.
Babe, I promise, when you wake up, you'll feel a whole lot better. I can't wait.
Go get me some muscle, please.
What about me?
I'm sorry, Stan, but for this part, you need to step out.
No way. I've been a whole lot worse than this at work. I can handle it.
I know you can, but you really need to step out. A hip reduction, or any joint reduction for that matter, can be incredibly barbaric to watch. So in most cases, we ask the loved ones to step outside.
Take good care of him.
I will. First, I confirm that the patient has been fully sedated. Trevor. Okay. Ready? And now that I've got a little extra muscle on hand, I can go ahead and get the reduction done. Ready? A hip reduction is all about leverage and force. Although I had done my fair share of hip reductions in the past, with a dislocation this severe and an artificial joint, I wasn't making any progress. The patient had been completely sedated, but the pain of trying to get the hip reduced was so intense that he started to rouse.
Let's go to work, strike team. Clear the AO. The orb is powered by essence it collects from the undead. We're still trying to understand it, but we know it'll help you survive in these breach zones. We're losing your signal. Get out of the phase.
Feel comfortable, no matter what. Cotton, the fabric of our lives. Honestly, I had a couple of thoughts and just stuff everything in. It works.
And of course, everyone thinks that their way is right. I've stood in line for hours to get this. It has to be washed on delicate.
Stay with the orb. The perimeter protects you from the dimensional phase that's flooded the breach. You're too far from the orb. Get back to the perimeter.
They can do it their way, and I get a play from the laundry. No matter how we've got to be tired.
Keeping your smile healthy between dental visits is important. One Pixonic Fusion allows you to brush and floss at the same time. Plus, it's clinically proven to be more effective as regular brushing and flossing. Keeping your smile healthy. Learn more at waterpick.com.
Your journey requires Liberty Mutual. They customize your car insurance. They favor what you need.
Wow, that's a crazy luck. This game's fun.
Only pay for what you need.
At the Home Depot, we improved Black Friday.
Instead of one day of crazy, Black Friday prices start now.
And they'll be here all season.
We're changing how we do the holidays.
Bring more joy.
Scanner's picking up a dimensional tear. Be advised, the orb will seek it out and open it.
We're bound. We sell socks, but not this one. Because this sock is designed to be donated. Socks are the #1 most requested clothes hiding there. So for every pair of super comfortable mama socks, we donate this. Thanks to you, we just donated 30 million. Making this branded sock never sold. You don't care when you buy it. So, the first order is mama.com.
I like it.
grateful to have this.
We've seen this before. Elites hiding in tears. Now we know what to expect next time.
I'm letting go of my past, remembering why I left.
Going through the closet where Mariah spent a lot of time, I'm finding these things that she's written. I didn't realize she was hurting that bad. Our family is now fractured into 3 separate households.
Not being able to see my siblings, it almost feels degrading in a way. That's a boundary that has been crossed, and I don't know how we can take it back.
Welcome to Plathville, Tuesday at 10 on TLC.
From deserts,
There's a lot of things out here that can kill you.
to desserts.
That's so delicious.
I like working the list.
Infected threat clear.
On one of her first days as a team, Dr. Bennett is facing a preterm baby delivered inside.
Oh my gosh. And I dreaded that live. I'm going to have to get this baby out. And I'm not sure I have the experience or the tools that I need to save this baby. Mario, give me the scalpel. What are they doing to me? So I'm feeling very anxious about the situation, but I knew I needed to get the baby out. Help baby breathe. Okay. So I cut open the sack, and all of the water just gushed out onto the floor. And there was this tiny, purple, curled up little baby in fetal position sitting there in my hand. Can I just have my baby? Mario, give me a quick. 27-week baby hasn't developed any subcutaneous fat yet, and so the skin is almost translucent. It's practically see-through, and the baby is just a tiny, slippery little thing, all curled up in the fetal position. Okay, Mario, get me a towel. Here was a baby that's absolutely tiny, purple in color, not even moving, and I thought to myself, oh my god, this baby is dead. Okay, we need a warm senior baby. Help him breathe. Oh my god, it's my baby! I simply wrapped it in a towel and just vigorously rubbed and tried to warm up the baby and into the baby. Or start breathing on its own. I need both suction. Thank you. Alright, we need suction. We need infant suction here. Okay, we need a NICU. We need a resuscitation. I need help in here. I need to get the crash card. Yeah, I need infant suction. Okay, suction, yeah. Okay, need a crash card. So I suctioned and sort of this clear fluid with a little bit of yellow tint came out. So the check button and the catheter was literally
Elite threat in the vicinity.
Is my baby dying? Tell me my baby died. It's not dead, Jake. Well, Mario, how's Mom doing?
170 over 90.
Okay, just keep monitoring. We need oxygen. Get the mask from the wall. Okay, put the mask right by the baby's face. Okay. And you gotta push. Like, don't push too hard.
You know what to do.
Can you share me? Okay, call me right next to me. Oh, sorry. Okay, alright, well, look it up. Finally bring infant resuscitation in. Oh, goodness, this is gonna happen. I opened it up, and this kid is the dying for an 8-pound baby. All the people that my job are wrong. What we have is kind of like
Dr. Russ did not get his patient's hips back in his socket.
The patient had been completely sedated, but and he started to laugh. The problem I'm facing is I can't keep giving him dose after dose after dose of sedative medication. Too much sedation medication.
I will take this for sure.
should I go get more help?
Lo and behold, in walks the patient's orthopedic surgeon, and he is done his best. Through the med, trying to reduce his patient's dislocation.
One less to worry about.
Dr. Kippen,
Where is X-rays? I need to see them right now.
I don't need any more drama on this case, so I simply do as he asks.
Posterior dislocation. Sedation.
Propofol, 100 milligrams. His whole demeanor is from a different era.
Get back to the orb.
Do what I tell you.
I'll show you that. Yes, doctor.
orthopedic surgeon climbs up on top of the bed. He straddles the patient's legs. He takes the patient's leg in his arm, and he's going to attempt to reduce the hip on his own. Everything about this guy was stone. Do you want me to stabilize you?
Doesn't do it. Yeah, productions like this is so
Back when dinosaurs were grab a mat, put it on the floor, please.
Hold it with me.
He's got the patient's leg in his arm, and he's using traction and manipulation to try to wrestle that hip back to the joint. At this point, I don't care if he accepted it.
Don't be down.
I just want the hip back in and everything to be done. It was like a scene from an old western, where the gunfighter gets shot down off the balcony, balloons, and lands on the ground. Dr. Kippen. Dr. Kippen. He is out cold.
Oh my god.
All done, Jim. Dr. Levy has finally gotten his patient's wrist to stop bleeding, but the deep laceration has affected the use of his patient's hand.
You go ahead and make a fist for me. One truck in particular was very weak and may have damaged some tendons, so we may need to get a hand surgeon involved to take a look.
Why won't it close?
Could be from the swelling and inflammation, or you may have
Sit
cut
this
some
one
tendons,
out.
in which case you'll need surgery to get use of your hand. I'm going to need to have one of the hand surgeons come and see you. Until a hand surgeon gets there and takes a look, it's impossible to say how much dexterity you've lost.
There goes my boxing career.
If my patient's upset about the loss of the use of his hand, he's not showing it. And oftentimes when someone comes in with a flat wrist, it's not necessarily a true suicide attempt, it's more a try for help or attention. Regardless, I need to ascertain whether or not it is a suicide.
I can't believe this.
How exactly did you fall?
Elite threat in the vicinity.
Clumsy, I guess.
Uh-huh. And how did you get to the hospital?
I won't walk. Did it think that it was that big a deal?
The more we talk, the less inclined I am to believe his story, and the more aware I am of all the sharp objects around us in the ER. To grab a splint for your wrist, and then I'm going to give the hand surgeon a call. Would it be okay if I leave you here alone for a few minutes?
Show it how quick we have done.
At some point he did come to the ER for help, and so even if he wasn't looking to hurt himself, he had a change of heart.
Throwing Molotov.
The hospital medic, you know, it's part of the job, but it doesn't make it any easier when someone passes away in front of him.
Oh.
I saw this stuff was awfully necessary. You grab one for me, and I'll come over on it too.
Sure thing.
So I make my way back to the bay, and when I get there, the bed is empty. My patient is gone.
Probably regret that.
Why is better than bouillon? I just have to cook my range. Stir fry, sauce, just with skin it. Brush it on, saute. It has the cooked all day taste. That doesn't
Claiming
sleep all
this.
day. Better than bouillon. Don't just make it better. What's your set for the holidays?
Get this, I have my Stouffer's bowl full and a fried chicken mashed potato fork full, for which I'm thankful.
Good thing because we have a free pickle.
I think that's wonderful.
Oh.
As a young girl, I was always compared to they were always thin, and I ate a lot. And then after I got it was really difficult to lose weight. Everything took so much time and energy, I didn't have that. And then I knew and it's super convenient. It's effective, it saves life. My name is Amy, and it's visit noon.com and lose the weight.
We love
Tango fully expired.
spray and scrub anything we can take. Wash the really dirty clothes separately.
Sci-Fi upgrade forward with technology from the foolproof in one step. Ah, beautiful Marjorie. It has to be tied. If you have moderate to severe psoriasis, little things can become your big moment. That's why there's Otezla. Otezla is not a cream. It's a pill that treats plaque psoriasis differently. With Otezla, 75% clear skin is achievable. Don't use if you're allergic to Otezla. It may cause severe diarrhea, nausea, and vomiting. Otezla is associated with an increased risk of depression. Tell your doctor if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts, or if these feelings develop. Some people taking Otezla reported weight loss. Your doctor should monitor your weight and may stop treatment. Upper respiratory tract infection and headaches may occur. Tell your doctor while you're listening or planning for Otezla. So what?
At the home, Black Friday, we're all season on products that give you the holiday help you need to celebrate wonderfully. Save on select LG appliances. Appliance shopping is free. With the Home Depot, how do it get more done? I was looking to save so much. Wish there was a way to make it last longer. There's a most sincere godmother, Alice. And long-lasting Jade Simpson. Part of the irresistible scent collection from Jade.
Elite signature near your position.
To learn more about Lovesac National, the world's most adaptable couch, or to schedule a private shopping appointment, visit Lovesac.com.
Hey everybody. Liquor sales are pretty good. Sunshine for me.
Throwing C4.
Put that bastard out of their misery.
No coming back from this.
You okay if I leave you there alone for a few minutes?
Laceration, the surgery could lead to the use of the
I'm hoping maybe he just went to the bathroom or occasionally
Throwing
takes
C4.
a quick order X-ray protection sometimes, but I didn't order anything like that, so I am puzzled. He is nowhere in sight. I estimated a hospital if anyone saw it. Excuse me, Miss Holmes, did you see a male patient walk by here with a bandaged wrist in the gym?
Very nice.
Yeah, at that point, several things went through my mind. Number one, how wrong I was to consider this was a suicide attempt. Number two, that my patient had killed someone and is now loose in the hospital. And number three, that I spent quite a bit of time with him alone in the bay, surrounded by all these sharp objects. Did you say he stabbed someone? By law? Okay. Daddy thing. I don't know. He came into the ER with a bad lacerated wrist. He said he punched him through glass. I picked him up. I left him alone for a few minutes and came back to the hospital. Minutes. I mean, the nurses all processed absolutely. No problem. They bring patients to us. Consider ourselves to be first responders on the front line. But it's pretty harrowing to have long officers roaming through the hospital looking for a dangerous suspect.
Threat eliminated.
We have a killer on the loose in the hospital.
This'll do for now.
Dr. Bennett watched as a 27-year-old queen was born in an amniotic sac.
Okay, put the mask right by the baby's face.
Now she is struggling to help the baby breathe.
This is the smallest cart I can find. Okay, alright, well, look it up. Okay, how's the oxygen going? Put this up. Okay. Are we seeing chest rise?
Chest is rising very slightly. It's hard to tell.
Okay, let me take the pulse. Okay, pulse is less than 60. We need to start CPR. Kendra, can you go on that?
Yeah.
So I start to get really methodical in a crisis. I speak out loud what I need and what needs to happen, and I just start directing people. You do this, you do this, you get me this, I need this. I really need Jeremy. I'm gonna call Jeremy. I'll call him right now. I'm doing great about the situation. They're not improving like every hope they would. Okay, we're starting to keep up on this. Okay, this is good. Okay. Mario, Kendra, get the small intubation taking time. I know that sectioning alone is simply going to prove insufficient to resuscitate the baby. I knew I needed to get the baby intubated. Here. Oh, God. That's much too big. That's just not going to work. And the equipment is still unusably too large. Where's the NICU? They're coming. That's all we have. This is all we have. Then we're just going to have to make it work. Baby's gonna die. Oh, no, Trace. It's too soon. He came too soon. Open up the baby's mouth in an attempt to intubate. Okay. All right. Baby's sticking his tongue out. A little bit of sucking reflex. This is good. Which was a positive sign that we did have purposeful movement in this baby. You hear that? We're going in a good direction. The tube almost didn't even fit in the baby's mouth. It was just so large, there was no way this was going to be successful. I had to get the NICU with the NICU's equipment down here immediately if we were going to be able to stabilize this baby's airway. Mom, what's going on? I got a push. You feel the urge to push? I can't stop. You got a twin? I need another doctor in here right now.
I'll tell you about it. You're just a hip doctor.
Everything about this guy was Stone Age.
In the midst of doing a hip reduction, Dr. Ruff has been pushed aside by an orthopedic surgeon who has just shown everyone how it's done. Or not.
I cannot believe what I just saw.
Dr. Tippett. Dr. Tippett.
Oh my God.
There's a reason why this method of hip reduction is no longer recommended, and that's because of the risk of injury to the provider. Although I've never seen anyone knock himself unconscious. Go get a stretcher, a C-collar, and a backboard. And some help. The hip is back in, but now I've got an even bigger problem. He might have a skull fracture, or worse, he could have an intracranial hemorrhage which could be fatal. Janine, go check on him, please.
Vitals are stable.
Call orthopedics and tell them what's happened down here. Because this guy is a senior orthopedic surgeon, within minutes, I'm surrounded by hospital bigwigs. Both the chairman of the orthopedics department and the hospital CEO have shown up to see if he's all right, and probably to make sure he doesn't sue. On my count, 1, 2, 3. We get his spine stabilized, we get him onto a backboard, and then we move him to the stretcher, and we take him over to the trauma area. Janine, get him hooked up to the monitor, please. Dr. Rupp in the emergency department. I call radiology to stat CT of his head and his C-spine. We don't have an hour. Our patient is Dr. Tippett, and he suffered a head trauma. Sure, he's a VIP. That gets their attention. But he could have a fatal brain bleed, and that gets him to the front of the line, no matter who he is. What? The CT scanner's down. And they say it'll be at least an hour for repairs. We don't have that time to wait.
That's him. This is unreal. We're chasing a patient through the hospital who's stolen meds from the pharmacy and is now armed with scissors.
Freeze!
This holiday season, it's Baker versus Maker as Buddy Boastro battles master artists in a clash of Christmas creations.
That is incredible.
Series premiere, Buddy versus Christmas.
It's the Black Friday sale. Buy a stylish gift for all.
Arriving at Alpha Site. You're clear, strike team.
Get 30 to 50% off.
Let's get moving, people. Recon the site and eliminate all hostiles.
Shop online for sale. Designed in store.
Domino's is also thinking about delivery. So when we saw people getting tacos and burgers delivered like these, we had to step in. Introducing
Sorry, man. Sorry. Bring a gun next time. Don't. Why not?
Reverter delivered is together Domino's
At the moment,
It's not my fault.
through December. Plus faster ways
Oh. Now it's just you and me.
and the ease of having holiday cheer delivered. Holiday shopping.
I should not be surprised.
Our tour.
Dimensional breach is occurring around the globe. Of course, it comes back to this facility.
You'd know better than most, Dr. Strauss. Team facility entrance should be just ahead.
Okay. Pringles wave, big crunch, big flavor.
Life moves fast. Turbo Extreme Speed moves even faster. Easily tackles tough, everyday wrinkles. And it stands up and moves real fast. And cleans the quality daily use. Harder than the Savannah. Faster and speedier than a rainforest. It weathers through wrinkles and freshens all around. Bottom line, it just makes life a little smoother. Turbo Extreme Speed by Con Air.
Wait, question. You know how to do coffin dance Easter egg? I do. If you don't know how to. John Wick's car. What?
Can you ask for your help? No. We all see it. We all see it.
Brainy per drop.
We know holiday shopping because we're holiday shoppers.
We know it's not just about getting them something, it's about getting something they love.
We know finding the perfect gift is good.
But finding a deal on it is even better.
And we know that special someone deserves their big wish. That's why we offer Easy. That way you can enjoy gift giving now and pay over time with 0% interest.
QVC, by shoppers, for shoppers.
Opiate addiction starts with pain. Then you can't function without your daily dosage. Getting your drug and taking your drug is a priority. Don't get trapped in an endless cycle of feeding your addiction. Back your life. Call your local care clinic today. They understand what you are going through and want to help you find your way out of addiction. At our clinic, you visit the doctor like an ordinary patient. We're accepting the patient.
Monday night at 9.
Dr. Beck struggled to save the life of a creature delivered in its own amniotic sac. Now she learns that mother is about to
She's pregnant with twins and she doesn't know it. How is that possible with your mom? Keep an eye on mom. Good, keep going with you on. Dr. Morgan, this is Mom. She's 7 weeks pregnant. We just delivered a baby by so mom's having twins. Baby delivered in seconds.
Dad, I'm gonna need another incubator, and we can take it right away. I've got baby. Okay.
Baby, all right, Mom. She has incubation equipment, and she said this tiny little straw about the size of a coffee
Now
straw.
get your revenge.
Suction catheter, pull fluid out, oxygenate the baby. We could see
Throwing
good tough
stun.
rise. And we could see that the baby was moving in the right direction. It was just this huge relief. Hey, good push to go. Okay, push. You breathe through it. Good, good. Certainly with the first thing, I had no idea what was happening, but now I have the chance of knowing that I was about to deliver a baby.
Never take this one upstairs.
Almost there. Oh, I was collected. I knew exactly what to do.
Are you hang off at the bed?
Okay. All right.
Okay,
There was such comfort in knowing that I had the equipment that I needed for this second delivery. A Big push and... This very premature. He helped Dr. Mori with the intubation. I peeked over at Mom.
Get back into combat.
She was stable. There was no hemorrhaging. Her blood pressure was okay. Once the mother and the kids were out of the department, I finally let myself feel all of the anxiety that I had just put on hold. We did it. It was just this huge relief that I had to step out of the ER. It must have taken me 10-20 minutes till I stopped shaking.
Welcome to Project N Station. The doors don't normally behave like this. I take no pleasure in revisiting this wretched place. I heard rumors of the research that transpired after my departure towards Harlem, a gateway to hell.
Looks like Omega Group decided to pick up where the Nazis left off. We should get the power on.
Some kind of emergency. Her friend called me.
Oh, Tracy. She's up on postpartum.
After delivery?
That's right.
Second floor.
Second floor. Congratulations on the plan. I felt so relieved and so grateful and really satisfied for having participated in this family.
Right here. Anyone can imagine that description? Yeah. He's wanted by the police. It's surreal to know that we have a killer on the loose in a hospital. And it's pretty terrible. What happened? No. That's what he's doing in the stairwell. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Get ready to introduce. Yeah. Anyway. Belly. Not my head to the wall. Doesn't look too serious, but you should go down to the ER to get checked out. Go upstairs? I don't like to come up to the third floor. Third floor? Pharmacy's on the floor. Choice. Our pharmacy is open 24 hours a day, so even though it's the middle of the night, someone's gonna be there. I'm feeling pretty anxious as I take the police officers up there. Flex. That's him. This is unreal. We're chasing a patient through the hospital who stole a med from the pharmacy and is now armed.
I approve.
Stop stuttering. This guy was conning us the whole time. Sam, let her go. She's a nurse. She's trying to help you. Oh my god. I feel sick to my stomach. My nurse is just
Stop right there. I'll kick it.
for murder.
I will shred that flesh.
Irresistible. Make some noise. It's Snyder.
Tactical rifle.
Really? I just... Okay, I'm on my way.
Effective, even from a safe distance. This will work for me.
What's your sense of the holidays?
Semtex!
That's when you know it's half washed. Try Downy fabric conditioner. Unlike detergent alone, Downy helps prevent stretching by conditioning and smoothing fibers. So clothes look newer, longer. Downy, and it's Downy. 100 layers of flavor for that refreshing and delicious taste. Refreshing moments are just a TikTok away.
At the Home Depot, Black Friday price just here all features on appliances you need a holiday help you need to celebrate wonder. Save on these Samsung laundry pairs. Appliance shopping is free. At the Home Depot, how doers get more done.
No matter what sometimes keeps you up, Nature Made helps you miss trouble. Our extended release Smelly Fragrance helps you fall asleep and stay asleep. Nature Made is the #1 pharmacist recommended vitamin A supplement brand.
We're always going in.
You know, these are great gateway deals.
Abby knows what everybody knows.
With year-end savings on the last of 2020, it's time to buy a Gateway Ford. I know you'll like this. We're talking zero down, new Ford EcoSport, only $249 a month. Save up to $10,000 off new Explorer XLT. We make it worth your time. And you know, it's not that far to get here. Gateway Ford, Highway 11, GatewayFordGreenville.com. State of the art and almost done.
Hammer down. Gateway Nissan.
Construction is wrapping up on our new showroom, and our job before moving day, sell every 2020 Nissan in stock. $999 by the 2020 Altima and by the 2020 Road to $999. Call, text, email, or come on by. Highway 11 means you can count on me to be here. GatewayNissanGreenville.com.
Hey everybody, but liquor sales are pretty rough. Moonshiners were made for the time of lockdown. All the time, comes a strong stick.
So after they abandoned atomic research, they found something far greater.
Can you get him up to the cardiac monitor, please?
Dr. Ruff's patient, a fellow doctor at the hospital, needs an emergency CT scan.
What?
But the scanner is being repaired.
You want to be a
I am better now.
and it's a search fund. I need to determine this condition.
You need to go to radiology or blood panel and get that CT scan back.
I don't think something to care about.
Neutralize the zombie.
But I do have something. Let me call the outpatient department and use their outpatient radiology is clear across the hospital. And its CT scanner is not one that the emergency department is also allowed to use. But it's my only shot at getting an immediate assessment of my new patient. At first, outpatient radiology says no because they're already backed up. Our patient is Dr. Hibbert. We start rushing the search for the outpatient department. That? No. Yes.
Now get your revenge.
Which is fast and trained, by the way. Should be coming out of sedation soon. We get the CT done in the outpatient scanner, and of course, the radiologist. That might sound bad, but most small bleeds are reabsorbed and don't require any additional treatment. And we just need to keep them for observation for the next 24 hours. Any change?
I'm helping. Relax.
Dead
man down.
Told me you were smart enough to order ceasefire in the CT scan.
Treating a fellow physician, even in the best of circumstances, can be difficult. But this guy was over the top. You have a small stroke in the hematoria and concussion. But from what I can tell,
Should I reduce the patient?
Yes.
See? Told you this was work. Good call on the map, though.
I got signal lock on. We're back in business. What happened? Satellite malfunction?
Reader, the coordinate is correct, and I believe it is. They have just returned from the other dimension.
Dr. Ruff? Thank you.
And I'm sorry.
It's okay. Just next time, take it easy on the exercise.
Very easy. Because next time, I might not be available next year. Doctor.
And then he walks out as if he hadn't just knocked himself out for hours. He's as tough as they come.
There's a killer on the loose at Dr. Lee's hospital. Taken hostage.
Oh my God. I feel
Oh, he did do it. Didn't know he did it. I knew how to do it.
My nurse is actually shot this guy. The killer is begging her to stop. You okay? What's too hard to do that?
I'm sure that woman is interested in self-defense.
One of our nurses was attacking the parking lot late one night, so several of the nurses decided to take self-defense classes after that. Not a bad idea.
You know, Doc, before I leave you, I really just want to compliment you on your great job you've done on my wrist. It's really good work.
Thanks. Looks like we shared your speech impediment too. These guys, you should take them. We're waiting on the handwritten to come evaluate.
Yeah, you should be a cop.
Oh my God.
Raptor 1 has an exfil window open, strike team. All entities need to bug out.
Because it's what I signed up for. This is just one more example of not knowing when to part of the reason why I owe my job.
These are the real boys in here, the doctors never talk about. Marina, trust me, you're not gonna die. Labs again look normal. She insisted that she was sick. Whoa.
What's happening with my mom? You ate a wild mushroom.
Yeah. This is certainly a much more serious case. One of the most dangerous
As I'm getting ready to deliver this devastating news, I see my son walking by the room. Mom, they used to live here. What happened?
All around Dr. Bob. Job, but there's one thing
And the kind of thing that hamper progress. Yeah, some people may need most of their license. I'm not one.
There you all are. I need someone out there. I need this back. More distance. And I'll always hear it once.
Now, Irina was a wonderful, giving lady who volunteered in our gift shop at the hospital. And I heard from my colleagues that Irina had been complaining of vague...
Detecting an entity near your position. He appears to be very radioactive.
My colleagues were clearly tired.
Exfil no longer available. I'll notify you when Raptor 1's back in range.
I'm sorry, Irene. It won't happen again.
That way, Vernon, she had a minor raise or hip defect and yelled at her colleagues to
No, I'm not.
difficulty with walking, acting bizarre. I would have to look at you, okay? So I examined her, looked at her vital signs, did a mental status exam. What day is it today? You know where you are? She was basically normal in the mental status exam, was very agitated. She was slightly hyperventilating. They've done every routine lab, a blood count, looked at her electrolytes, kidney function, liver function. Everything was basically completely normal. They had gotten a psychiatric consult. And his conclusion, as reflected in the record, was anxiety, state, panic attack. That it had to be something that was suppressing her out. And I said, did you take your medicine? Something that helps with panic attacks. Oh, I don't like that medicine. It makes me sleepy. It doesn't really help me. It makes you really panic here. All the tests were normal. You're going to be fine. There's something going on in your life. Something at home.
Something wrong with personal. Something wrong with me. And you're sick. Really? I feel sick. Something wrong.
Look at me. You're having a panic attack. Fast breathing, what you feel. You've got to stop breathing so fast. We have to break the cycle. And I tried when I used to with patients who are hypercontrational or
Stick this one out.
I call it the polar bear syndrome. No matter what you do, I don't want you to think about polar bears. The polar bears are like your breathing. The more you try not to think of them, the harder you breathe. Don't think about polar bears. There's nothing else we can do for you. I felt really bad because I wanted to help her, but there's just not a lot we can do with anxiety attacks. The next morning, I arrived for my shift. Got a patient. I know.
How strange. Your attack has caused the entity to bifurcate.
Licorice root is supposed to help reduce stress.
And that was me, according to.
I'm fine. I can walk on my own. I'm fine. Mother, you know, things are fine along.
Blowing hair, no red eye, no makeup, bagel, my mother's been throwing up.
Speak for myself.
Fine, speak for yourself.
I was poisoned by a clam.
I know that.
Symptoms? Had a sudden force from either end for the last 24 hours.
I assume that this was some kind of a gastrointestinal problem.
Jenny, day 4.
Her son was a complete contract. He was a sharp dresser, but he died. Goodbye. Why you can't pass?
Sorry, Dr. Campaign. I see. It wasn't so much that he needs to be here.
Oh, doctor, well, dermatology, it's like that. Tell me what's going on over a day out here. Took them to that new seafood place in the waterfront. Sorry, thought it might be nice. Portland.
We're perfectly fine what we get in Portland.
I'm fine. That's fine like that? Yeah, but I can't. I got away with it. We have and
I'm injured.
after about half an hour, are you feeling better?
A bit, yeah. Can I go home now?
The basics seem to be working. Not quite yet. Let me get your labs back as soon as I go home, okay?
I will repay you.
She's good. Normal is under 50. Chemistry's good.
Don't be down.
Oh, crud. It was very painful because I got out of watches last night. But not just like picking up your hat and blocking all day. When I'm at work, I deserve a hundred my family deserves 100% of my pay. promising to be a busy day in my cell phone room.
My mom, she's Tyler's bed. Hey, Mom, what's going on?
Now, my family really never bothers me at work. They know I'm busy. So it was a little bit odd. I could hear Tyler screaming in the background.
He fell?
Somehow he fell and hurt his arm.
What's it look like?
And immediately I suspected a nursemaid's elbow.
Alright, hang on.
Tyler has a history of nursemaid's elbow. A nursemaid's elbow.
For decompressive ibuprofen.
It hasn't worked on all these children because their limbs aren't on the wall. There was a two on their arm and their elbow popped out of place.
Mom, I'm seeing some injuries on how to put it back in.
It's pretty easy to pop their elbow back into place.
Here's the email. Call me when you have a problem.
My mom's been an orthopedic nurse for over 30 years. So surely she could handle it.
And tell Tyler I love him and he'll do it for me. Okay. Alright, bye. Alright, sorry about that. Do you have a patient, please? Yeah. Everything okay? Yeah. Things like that.
I appreciate your help.
Sore throat, ankle sprain, something I can take care of quickly.
Stay tuned. Last lower quadrant pain, because it's like kidney stone. Perfect.
I love kidney stones. You'll feel better. I took the chart and happily marched off to the patient.
Hi, I'm Dr. Watson.
I found a 50-year-old woman sitting in bed holding her left side.
I hear him so lucky. Okay, when did it start?
Early this morning.
Okay.
About 2 hours ago. She woke me up at 5 a.m.
Okay.
She was uncomfortable, writhing in the bed. It was difficult for her to answer some questions because she's so uncomfortable.
Can you sit for me? You hurt here? Yeah. Okay. What about here?
She experienced palpation of her left flank and her lower abdomen.
Alright. Okay, well, I think I gave it a try. Are you in any other symptoms like chest pain or shortness of breath?
Okay. The rest of her exam was normal. Alright, well, maybe that's kidney stone. So we're going to get something for pain and nausea, and then we're going to do a test again to confirm the diagnosis. Jody, get a formula for morphine, and some methadone for the nausea, and then let's get her a CAT scan. You should start to feel less pain very soon. And I go with my chart. I hear a cry. Not just any cry, it's my child's cry. Every mother knows her child's cry. I see my mom bringing my child down the hallway.
Mom, what is it?
One of my fears is the emergency physician if I have a patient to come in with one of my family members. That's the situation.
Is that clear?
Are you gonna keep doing that to me? You keep on opening the door. I'm like, who is that? You should hear this TV or whatever. Ah, that sounds cool. Sounds cool.
Yeah, they got part of it, but they're still working on it.
I bet they are. Takes a minute to cut a tree down. So it takes a minute to cut a tree down.
Especially a big tree like that one.
Well, I didn't know how big it was, so.
That big one in her front yard.
You mean the one near the table?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, they better watch out. Cause if
about a third of it cut.
Well, this is the thing, it could fall on their house, it could get near us. Cause that's a pretty long tree, but it could hit our yard.
Yeah,
and block off the road.
That's one thing about having a road that circles around. They can always go out the other way. Right?
Yeah. Hello. Yeah.
a chance to live together time, a chance to live longer. Ask your doctor about Opdivo plus
Go together? Olivia Breathable experiment. Now they do. Moisturizing deeply. Nivea Breathable.
Weapon storage at maximum. Fire. Drag them tightly.
Ah yes, the decompressive isotopic estrangement. It absorbs the energy of the living creatures and unleashes a devastating shockwave blast.
It's all about family, fun, and fixing up home. Alright, we did. Our forever had a next week to deliver. As always.
Brainy for drop.
Exfil window available.
You're kidding.
What's up, Bob? You have a consult for me?
You remember this patient, Sabrina? You saw her the other day.
Oh.
He goes on and on about there's no reason to even see her. I absolutely refuse to see her. I spent hours with her the other day.
She's a hypochondriac with panic attacks. Get her to take the meds I prescribed.
I'm right back where I started. I know this woman. This is not like her. This case is really easy. Amanda, what's happening this time? Everything's normal.
Bye-bye.
Just as strange as very rarely changes related to brain tumors. I thought, my God, let's get a seat.
Raptor 1 moving out. We'll circle back.
Okay. I'm feeling cautious about this. So, send her off to the test.
Not in
Tango fully expired.
I was worried about something like this. He's pretty wild. I couldn't get a physical down and I tried. That's it. Hello. I'll figure that out all this. I'm carrying towels over here. My nurse said they were to me. What's it done? Yeah, he's like that at it. She's a little upset right now. She's also but in the small room of the context, they're sure you'll have a long conversation. Oh, she's adorable. Well, before you can have clear about cooking, Bill is my oh God. The pancake regard that my patient has continued to. It's small enough in size that you can snap it on her. You have one that point? Yeah. Great.
Neutralize the zombie. You'll be okay.
How's been through this before? Oh, I know when you pick it up soon and grab out the juice, okay? You could have pronounced it correctly. Oh, no, too late. All right, come on, we should watch that. So a little distraction. Feel better? Oh, 100%
Zombie down.
And I'm thinking, no, that patient has a kidney stone. I have the diagnosis confirmed by CAT scan. All right, Mom, I have to go. Immediately, I heard that phrase, so I have to
Sit this one out.
does not look like a man. Pale, red, looks like she might have passed out. Not
I need more information. Okay, guys, you know what? Let's just back up a bit here. Let's think about something besides shellfish for a second. What did you have to eat the day before yesterday?
We all had breakfast together. What did we have?
Fudge granola.
No allergy, nuts or fruit.
No.
Then we had lunch. Mommy made some kind of salad. What was it? And then I went to work, and you guys went for a hike, right?
Just me. That's what happened with mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
Yes. They were good.
And you're just mentioning this now? Did it even occur to you that it could have been poisonous?
This was very incommon. She wanted to pick it up, and she felt like she'd done a lot of homework.
I know exactly what it was. Go on.
She was really good mushrooms.
What was it?
It's called Cora. Known as Armenia.
Renee.
With a flat orange sauce.
Spread the infected hostile.
So I did an internet search for the mushroom she was talking about. I got a good picture. Is this it?
This.
Amanita species. This is evidence.
They have an almost smoky taste.
So she identified herself. Like that great about the mushroom she ate. So let's just read about it.
What's that?
There's a lot of many natives are similar in appearance. A lot. Many mushrooms
Infected threat clear.
are closely resemble edible varieties, but contain still active and potentially deadly poison. One of the most dangerous is the variety is death cap.
Death cap?
Irina is wrong. You better say the word. This is a very thing.
Oh, yeah.
Black Friday prices are here all on appliances give you the hard Save on huge appliances laundry kits. Appliance shopping is free. Have viewers get more done.
Incendiary out.
Yeah, I just still a mistake. I guess I look pretty. No one looks good, Bob. I'll hear people around the clock there.
Just so you know, next time you can submit a claim without multiple.
Thanks again for rushing over.
Are you kidding? This is what 24/7 protection looks like. Smell like fish. Bring out that. Who's fighting? You never know.
Fascinating.
No!
I'm injured. Still in this.
Irina is gone. What do you mean gone? She's off the stretcher and they cannot find her. You can say that line? This could be very bad.
Code yellow in the ER. Caucasian female, age 35. Long dark hair, wearing a hospital gown.
We got security involved. Nobody saw her. ER. Where? Finally.
64.
Yep, I got a call that upstairs they had found Irina.
Two birds, one stone. Earned.
Where all of the cleaning supplies were stored was Irina cleaning and counting all of the cleaning products. We need to come back to the ER right now. Finally, we told her to come back to your dad in the ER.
Okay. They can come back and finish cleaning.
We got the CT and the MRI, and guess what? Nothing. Completely normal. By now, I screened her for drugs of abuse, poisons, all came back negative. I can't keep her in the ER if there's nothing wrong with her. So, I have to send her home. Irina, please take your anti-anxiety medication.
I appreciate your help.
I thought it was fine to her that everything was okay. But later, same day. Bye-bye. Comes again. Scrapped out the same story as before. I cannot believe it.
Dr. Luck fixed her son's dislocated elbow, but her kidney stone had taken a turn for the worse.
Can you describe what it is? Pressure. On the chest. Don't you like? These were all new symptoms. I need ECG your stat, and then when I got away from the last time. We can take it again. Timer automatically off my brain. And I started timing myself on how fast I can how fast I can coming up, and how fast I can patients to cat lab. I took 50 seconds to realize that my patient just had a simple kidney stone is now also recognized.
Get back into combat.
Case pretty much
Very well taken.
now I
I just want to run to him and hold him, tell him it's going to be okay. But at this time, I can't think about him even a second. I can't separate him from the mother. He didn't know what it means. Caring for this patient. He was there my first time.
She's having a heart attack.
Now I know it's scary. But if you're going to have a heart attack, it's a place to be. You're in the work with you and everything you need right here to take care of you. Immediately after I say this, her eyes are back. She starts shaking up the bed, and I look on the monitor.
Fred being kept hostile.
Fibrillation, which is a deadly arrhythmia, and that can happen when having a massive heart attack. 22 Cody. Take a credit card. I'm alone in the room, and this patient is dying.
One of the most poisonous small mushrooms contains sabotage like the liver will be fatal if not consumed in 48 hours.
It's not?
Sure. She said, I know it.
What is this? Nothing like the mushroom.
I realized I should talk to somebody more about mushrooms than I did.
Stop it.
Brain eater drop.
I explained about looking at pictures of different mushrooms, and that she had said she could not have eaten anything dangerous. She swears she ate something called Amanita Linnae. There's a lot of copycats around here. I was hoping you could talk to her. Yeah, I think we can. Can you do a video call on this? Hang on just a second.
Well, please hear what happened. I was on a train. I spotted a pot of mushrooms right next to his stomach. Couldn't tell exactly what they were until I got right up beside them. They were Amanita Linnae. How did you identify it? Flat cap, 3 Hymenium, and the stipes had a ring. Did it smell? Yes, sweeter than usual, like roses. That's what I was afraid of. It's very likely it was a death cap. I think I'm dying.
She's screaming at me.
I hate you, George. I hate you.
There's nothing wrong with you that's like threatening. Whoa.
What's that? I treated my tooth infection with Thinaclear. It was over 99% peace. All natural and organic.
Good. The cryo-emitter ammo. I think it will prove quite effective for containing your adversaries.
Grab Mucinex all-in-one and get back to your rhythm. Feel the power. Beat the symptoms fast.
It's been a while since you showered.
Are you avoiding us? You can't avoid mold and mildew forever. Now mold and mildew stains with CLR Clear and fight the clean bites.
For new awards and chase.
Bro, just switch it and get ammo. Ignored. Heck. Absorbing ammo is fairly easy, my guy.
Hey, Neil, you can earn 3% at the drugstore.
Buddy, I'm right here. Why are you yelling?
Because that's what I do. You're always earning with boxes and cash back.
Found a fuse. Oh, that fuse. Duh. Let me see. Yeah, that is it. I got him almost.
oxygen package. Applying something improved. So, I'm sure to get more done.
Research shows people remember initial nostalgia. But how do you remember that?
Container appears to have captured gaseous residue emitted by the contamination.
And what did you get, Mike?
Infected threat clear.
It's very likely it was the death capsule. What is this one? Yes, clinic. Yes, but the death capsule, like, you're on an eliminate multiple with fish.
It wasn't good news. Now, we will see. At least we have a better chance of figuring out how to do this.
What is this?
This is actually standard treatment for poisoning.
Doesn't do.
Well, it helps absorb some of the toxins.
Don't you have any European book thistle?
Any what?
It's an herbal cure for liver ailments.
The hospital doesn't stock herbal remedies.
Maybe we need to try it.
It's a good idea. Yes, there's no scientific evidence for herbal remedies. Science, fine. Of course, I guess there was no evidence that it would do any good. But he didn't want to hear that. He was watching his boy possibly die in front of him. There's a health food store just every few blocks. And he wanted to do something, anything, to help. He just packed up, left the emergency line.
Ah, yes, Nova 5. Fortunately for us, unlike Nova 6, it is not fatal to humans, but should still prove effective on your enemies.
Next exfil window is up.
Oh. Hey, what's going on? She told me that she'd been in touch with one of the world's leading authorities in mushroom poisoning. And he had said that the standard actually works. So, what do you recommend? Ruben, are you kidding? Asian's husband just let me have it.
Tango fully expired.
Well, where am I going to get intravenous European milk?
Don't be down.
And the thought came to me, I have to get it. The prequel is dump of my education step with the blood of my hand. The thought is that the prequel song by two molecules of the part, not the nuclear. Come on. It doesn't work. Come on, Tina! It's an isolated field that is the only person that can save this nation. But my job is what I've been trained to do. I was wondering that this patient would have a chance to get really quickly. All clear? Shot. Okay? Nothing. 50 milligrams epinephrine. Okay, epinephrine. Oh, my first guy. Family members present during their resuscitation. It reminds us that we're trying to save the loved one. We're going to get her back.
Looks like our strike team's not part of the device. Any idea what it is? It appears to be part of a scanning device. I imagine the institution created it so they could record data from the other dimension.
Their heart went back into normal sinus rhythm. Alright, let's get her camera back.
Neutralize the zombie.
But I noticed this patient's not out of the woods yet. She's still very sick. My patient needs to be back there. And I walk out of the room and take a deep breath. And first I'm messaging my son. Mom, what are you doing here? I thought my mom was what happened? What's he still doing here?
Well, I guess I figured out a glitch, boys. That's hilarious. I'm just now on Round 21 too.
And I really felt like I needed to do something for her. I know you're frustrated. So am I. There's really nothing we can do to you here at the hospital.
Why don't I help you? I'm not crazy. I don't think I'm I'm dying.
She's screaming. Marina, there's nothing wrong with you. I'm pregnant. You need to take those pills today, dear.
Yes, something's wrong with me. You don't know you. You don't know.
She's right about that. I did not know what was going on. No education. She's absolutely crazy. She is there. Whoa. That's not right. Big red something.
It's been approved for a drug study at the University Hospital where the mushroom expert works.
How soon can you get it?
The students who exhibit is Monday morning.
Doctor, you don't have it.
Working together to love and learn. Do you get it? Whatever you're into.
Guess that's how you fix it.
We found it in the brand more families trust the quality and kindness protection. AET.
We are the Thrivers, women with metastatic breast cancer, standing in the struggle, hustling through hurt, asking for science, not sorry. Our time, for more time, has come. Living longer is possible, and proven in ways using Kisqali plus fulvestrant for a young Kisqali is the only treatment in its class with overall survival results from 2 clinical trials, helping women live longer. Kisqali resolves the symptoms more effectively. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious liver problems and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infection. Some doctors recommend greater problems, loss, yellowing of the body, urine tiredness, loss of appetite, and advocacy, leading through to for other symptoms of infection like become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid breathing is always it's our time. Because it is ask your doctor about Kisqali, the only treatment that can help women live longer in 2 clinical trials.
What are you going back into the Delta?
We improved Black Friday. Now you can get Black Friday prices. The flexibility to shop whenever and wherever you want. Pick up on design, here's up, and having a holiday deal here delivery. Holiday shopping improved. How do this get more done?
This is not just a cream. The first serum cream. Garnier creates new serum cream. The power of the serum, the moisture of a cream, and the protection of an SPF 30. 3 products in one bottle, one step. Choose vitamin C or hyaluronic acid. Formulas that are clean and vegan for glowing, healthier looking skin. In just one step. New Garnier Green Love Serum Cream by Garnier Natural.
She's burned almost told her entire life this is going to be a very tension-filled trial. You said we don't agree on that murder. We did.
Jessica Chambers, an ID murder mystery. All new special, Friday at 9, only on ID.
For his patient's mushroom poisoning, but Dr. King Panda can't forget it.
It's only when one of them is stressed, and it's not an anti-use that helps approved by the FDA.
What good is it if I can't get any?
I'll keep looking.
Got it, Doctor. Just have the patient's husband ran in. Sure enough, he had 4 big bottles of European drugs.
Guys, you know what? I wouldn't recommend taking that. Not when your stomach's too much sense. What did poison control have to say? They can test eating ways. You're right. The European milk thistle is the best thing. Craig Mom, your tears actually work. Well, here's the problem. Coke form doesn't have enough of the active ingredient. It has to be good. So, once they can introduce it, well, they're having trouble getting it. It hasn't been approved by the FDA. It's only manufactured in Germany. So,
The box may at first appear completely impenetrable, and perhaps more sophisticated methods are required to cut it open.
Thank you very much. Excuse me. Poison control. Got it. Great.
I found it. It's a beautiful drug that is where there's mushroom experts.
Well, that's great. How's they gonna get it?
That's the problem. SIM is manufacturing.
Well, what if you overnight it?
The soonest you can ship it is Monday morning.
Doctor, you don't have...
I figured you had maybe 24, 48 hours.
Need assistance.
Failed to the point where she would need liver transplant.
After resuscitating her patient from a heart attack, Dr. Watson emerges to find her son still in the ER.
Mom, what are you still doing here? What happened?
Sorry, he wasn't safe until he showed him the ambulances. It's a fresh reminder of just how fragile life really is. I run to him.
Hi, buddy. I'm sorry to run out like that. I love you.
No, my daughter.
Someone else's mom, and I had to think how they feel. Are you ready to take me away after now? Alright, let's go. You guys really want to know? I got something for you. What'd you say?
Thank you. I like to check in line and try to find several really special items. That's not always possible. Okay, I'm like, now we're going on real.
Sit this one out.
Patient went to the cath lab. The cardiologist was
Aw, what a cute pie. Anyway, we're expecting full recovery.
I think this day made an impact on Tyler, because now we always ask, Mommy, did you take that baby? Yes, I did, Bug. And when I can answer yes, that I saved someone today, he put his arms in the air and said, shout. And just for that moment, I feel like a superhero. You don't know what it is.
Dr. Sorney finally has an idea of what may be wrong.
I never looked at her tongue that closely, but then when she stuck it out,
my live stream.
Get your tongue out again, please. A swollen red tongue reminded me of a picture from that the hysteric woman sticking her tongue out.
You know what it is?
I think I know what it is. Pernicious anemia. Pernicious anemia is largely inherited by Eastern Europeans. You guys are Russian, right? Pernicious anemia is a disease that causes a lack of B12. People that have pernicious anemia, they don't absorb B12. B12 is essential for making blood cells. It's essential for repairing neurosurgeons in the body. It's essential for a brain that is normal. So, I thought that Scott was what it is. I gotta go check it out right now. The thing about that diagnosis is I need to call the hematologist to come and confirm the diagnosis. So can we begin treatment? No. No? Oh, it's very detective. We won't have a confirmed diagnosis until we do the Schultz test. I'd like to see the picture, please. The definitive test for pernicious anemia is the Schilling test. But it's not rearranged. And it can take several days to get the results. The neuro changes, the trouble with balance, the paresthesia, the trouble with thinking, can be permanent disease if deficiency goes on a long time. We need to start treatment. I can't authorize an appointment for Schultz. We can't wait till that's the protocol. Irina has symptoms for weeks, and if I delay treatment, she can have permanent damage. So we need to do something right now. Clear.
Don't get down.
Applied shopping improves. With don't I do her get more done.
Make some noise, big style.
Cetaphil Moisturizing Cream with 24-hour moisture lock formula gives continuous hydrating for dry skin. Cetaphil Skin is healthy skin.
What?
Let's get this up and get this carried up.
Right the second? I'm in the middle and I can't pause, it's online. Why are they even in your yard? Who gets in people's yards? Like, really?
Exfil window open.
Hey guys, let's exfil. We might as well just exfil now. We got far.
Bound to make a great wine for an English American table. And that's exactly what he did. His spirit lives on in every bottle of the fridge from one. Domino's knows a thing or two about delivery. So when we saw people were getting tacos and burgers delivered like these, we had to introducing our new chicken taco and cheeseburger.
You have to press the up button on D-pad. Or you don't have to, but...
is strike team. Send Hilo for exfil.
Raptor 1 en route to Alpha Site. Get out of there before the window expires.
Pick this one out.
Raptor 1 has reached Alpha Site. Let's hunt. Soviets have identified our location. Strike Team LZ is too hot. Need you to mop up remaining hostiles.
Lit.
Dr. Slade wants to treat his patient for pernicious anemia before her symptoms become permanent. But treating her before they protocol.
We can't wait for that. That's the protocol. The only treatment is B12 shots because she lacks intrinsic factor that can make her absorb B12. She doesn't have it, so she has to get shots. That's all it takes, and it reverses the disease and prevents further progression of the disease. That actually is a cure. Irina, I'm going to give you an injection that's going to treat your disease. Is that okay with you?
Yes. Okay.
The patient agreed to take the injections, so there really is no downside. The only problem, I could get in trouble with the hematologist. So what? You can't do this. Watch me. Yeah, some people may need lose their lives. I'm not one of them. This is... He was having a little jump up and down hissy fit. I gave the B12. Irina, you're going to need these injections every single day. I'm going to call your physician and arrange it. You're also going to get a Schilling's test. It's going to be okay. We released her that night. 4 days later, we hadn't heard anything from her, so called the little uptight hematologist. Did she get her Schilling's test? Well, yes, she did. What was the result? Positive for pernicious anemia. 5 days later, I was really worried about her. I wanted to know how she was. I stopped in the gift shop, and there was Irene. Well, look who's back. Dr. Mom. How you feeling, Irina?
Saved my life.
She was totally 100% recovered. B12 shots every single day. That's the treatment.
For you? For me, Cindy.
I can't.
Take, please. I want to thank you.
Should I open it? Protocol says you're not supposed to accept gifts from patients. And sometimes following protocol is not the right thing to do. Oh.
Dr. Bob, I don't think of what bears anymore. So when you look at this one, you can think of me.
The old Irina was back, good as new.
Dr. Cantana's mushroom poisoning patient is fading fast, but he has hope that help will arrive.
How's she doing?
Not good.
By the next morning, she'd gotten worse. She was weak, and she was tired, and she was still nauseated. Starting to get worried. Well, after some discussion, it became clear that there was no way we were going to get that antidote to our patient in time. And that's when the world's leading authority on mushroom poisoning said, don't worry about it. He was going to put it in his briefcase, get on an airplane, and bring it to us.
It's 9 a.m. Should we be here by now?
Our only hope at that point was an unproven, experimental, herbal antidote that was coming from the other side of the country. When I go check. Can you please check on that flight?
Landed an hour ago.
Let's hope he made it. Her already high liver numbers are getting worse. And when the liver is getting damaged, one of the things that happens is that you lose the ability to clot your blood. I was worried that she's going to start bleeding, and we wouldn't be able to stop it. This flight landed an hour ago. He should be here any minute. Finally, the door swings open, and in walks our mushroom expert, Dr. Campanopoulos. Dr. Rachel Stein. You made it. Not how I was intending to spend Sunday. Sure. It was great that he was here and that he was helping that patient.
Thank you. But the bonus was that this is one more case that he could use in his research, and that it would help other people.
Jenny, call internal medicine. Let's get this started as fast as possible. If you don't mind, I'd like to observe.
Come on. So we were able to give her the European milk thistle intravenously, and she got admitted to the hospital. But I didn't see her for a couple of days after that. Okay. Who's next?
A5.
Dr. Campana.
I survived.
Whoa, you look much better.
Just wanted to come down and thank you.
Oh, you give you this. Milk thistle. Thank you. Listen, I'm just glad it worked out. And might I suggest, no more wild mushrooms.
No, sure don't. Hey, is that licorice root? It sure is. You want one? Good for stress. You should try it.
Yeah, some low stress to go with my healthy liver.
These are the real stories of the ER. Doctors never talk about it.
What the heck?
How you doing?
What the hell is that?
Oh my god, it's a stove. Like, how do you get a stove stuff on there? You know, like, how did that happen?
The chief of orthopedics is bringing his wife into the ER. Should have taken cross for blood. You hear that doctors make the worst patients. How much longer does it take? I'd say it's double when you're the spouse of the patient. We're still here running tests.
The last words out of his mouth were, Mama, I can't feel my body. What's wrong with him?
No, I want to see it all. He's got no blood flow to this whole side of his brain. This kid's in trouble.
These are the untold stories of the ER.
Dr. Jasper, the CDC ordered for room 2 again as a possible pancreatitis waiting in 9, and I'd like to move Mrs. Whitman. She won't stay in her bed with really confusing smile. Also, the EMTs are en route for cardiac arrest, and good morning.
Morning. Be right there.
Dr. Travis Jasper has just started working at a busy urban ER.
See, as a new attending, you're working in a new facility, you're the new fresh face, and you really want to make a great first impression. So it's a lot of stress on you to do a really good job. I hear there's a phone call for you. I'm wondering, what is this about? I'm already stressed, I'm tired of studying, and I'm just wondering, did I do something wrong? Did I get a complaint? Dr. Jasper. Of course, everyone knows who the chief of surgery is. No problem. And I hear his voice. He's telling me the chief of orthopedics is bringing his wife into the ER. His wife has been brought in right now on electric leave. He's so mad. They're already prepping for her in New York. You hear that doctors can make the worst patients. Miss Chase. Dr. Chase. I'm Dr. Jasper. I'd say it's double when they're the spouse of the patient. We're going to work up right away and get everything in order. They can't give up any control, and they have a hard time with any objectivity.
BP's 120 already.
She's morphine for pain. We should have taken Crosser for blood. We're going to take good care of Miss Chase. This is very important that we follow some basic procedures before any surgery, all right?
It's all right, honey. It's just a quick formality before the operator.
It's clear that everyone except me has made up their mind on what treatment this woman is going to need.
All of these are just for you, from me.
Nurse Terry Foster seems to attract the strange cases.
I was working in the emergency room on this particular day, and this girl just walked by the desk, and she had like a bikini top on and had on some real short pants. Kind of inappropriately dressed for a hospital. I just wondered who she was there with, or if she was the patient, or if she was a visitor. What the heck?
How you doing?
I saw a man who was walking very slow, and he looked like he was carrying a large object in front of him. he had a large beach towel draped over this object, and as he got past the desk, I could see on the side view that he was naked. So all the time I was thinking, what's under there? What's wrong with you? What did you do? What did somebody do to you? And, you know, what the hell is that? I knew this was going to be something good. I knew there was going to be a big story behind this. He sat down very slowly. He grimaced, and he was like real cautious. I could obviously tell the guy was in a tremendous amount of pain. What the heck? I wonder if there's like an animal that bit him that's still stuck to him, that's in a cage under there. That's what was going through my mind.
May I help you?
Yeah.
My boyfriend's got his stove stuck in his...
Oh my God, it's a stove. Like, how did you get a stove stuck on there? You know, like, how did that happen?
It's not easy being the bad luck charm of the ER.
They said last night was really quiet. I guess that's gonna change.
Good morning to you too, Susan. Oh. And they call me the magnet. Usually they can have a beautiful day all day long, and they tell me as soon as I walk in, oh, here it comes.
Here we go.
He said that he had a 6-year-old boy, and that he was not speaking, couldn't use the entire left side of his body. Okay, guys, here we go.
His 6-year-old Tyler, heart rate's 90, BP's 120/80. He's stable, but he can't talk.
Hey Tyler, Dr. Moss is going to come to his back one moment, okay? Count 3. 1, 2, 3.
I'm Julie, I'm his mother, and I'm a nurse, and I've never seen Tyler like this. He's never had a seizure before.
Tyler, we're going to take really good care of you, okay, bud? Does he have any allergies? Does he have any other medical problems?
No allergies, but he did have heart surgery when he was 2.
You would not expect this, you know, he wasn't overweight, he exercised, like, he ate good, he ate normal, everything, there was nothing, there was no signs there.
Well, I'm just going to take a quick listen to him. He couldn't talk to us, and it's got to be a terrifying feeling for a 6-year-old because he can't communicate anything that he's feeling to us. Good. All right, Tyler, just do me a little favor, okay? You raise the blood on the front of you real strong for me. He pulled it out from as hard and tight fist as he could. Good job. It was kind of like he was trying to show you how strong the girl was. And then you told him to hold the left one. Can you move that left side? Oh, man, this is bad. God, so tell me what happened.
Well, I was dropping him off at school, same as always, and he was just fine. And then all of a sudden, boom, he was like this. So I picked him up, and the last words out of his mouth were, "Mama, I can't feel my body."
With me being in the medical field, to sit there and see my kid suffer like he's doing, and I can't do nothing about it, it tore me to pieces.
We're going to take good care of him. We're getting him to CT scan now, okay?
But what's wrong with him?
I don't know yet. Well, I've got a limited amount of time to figure out what's going on with Tyler. Because if there's something blocking blood flow to his brain, you don't want the area in the brain to die off. So we don't want this 6-year-old to lose brain function because we're wasting time.
Alright.
You're just sitting there looking at a CT scan, looking at a boy, and you're looking at that going, wow. He's had a massive stroke. He's got no blood flow to this whole side of his brain. This kid's in trouble.
To kind of take a look and see what's going on here, okay? I'm thinking this is the craziest thing I've seen. I just got one more question. Why?
At the Home Depot, we improve things. This year, we approved Black Friday.
Instead of one day of crazy, Black Friday prices start now.
And they'll be here all season.
In every aisle and across our site.
To have more time. And less reason to stress.
This year, we're changing how we do the holidays.
To bring more joy to yours. The Home Depot. Now do it. Get more done.
Awaken your awesome with a Delta Intuition 2-in-1 shower. See what Delta can do.
Fairlife is milk that gives you more. It's ultra filtered for 50% more protein and 50% less sugar.
This holiday, bring more to the table. With Fairlife Ultra Filtered Milk. Back off.
You're not welcome here.
Get out of my face.
HPV can cause certain cancers when your child grows up. Get in its way. HPV can affect males and females, and there's no way to predict who will or won't clear the virus. But you can help protect your child by taking a first step. The CDC recommends HPV vaccination at age 11 or 12 to help protect against certain cancers.
Hey, cancer? Not large child.
Don't wait. Talk to your child's doctor about HPV vaccination today.
Meet the new DQ Loaded A1 Steakhouse Burger. Stack of thick cut bacon, crunchy onions, and 2 premium steak sauces. A1 thick and hearty steak sauce and a creamy peppercorn sauce. This is one burger that needs 2 hands. DQ, happy, tastes good.
Research shows people remember commercials with nostalgia. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, here's one that'll really take you back.
Wow! What'd you get, Ryan? Customized home insurance from Liberty Mutual.
What does it do, bud?
It customizes our insurance so we only read what we need.
And what did you get, Mike?
I got a bike.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty. For some of us, our daily journey is a short one. Save 50% for what you pay per month for pay less when you drive less. You've never been better. Also, pick a call or go today.
Where's my papa?
Bask in the warm glow of winter nights with Cadillac during the season's best exhibition and shine your brightest with the professional lineup of Cadillac vehicles. So shop now and light up your nights with luxury Cadillac. Or if it's 0% APR for 72 months, $25 purchase allowance for 2020 Cadillac XT4, XT5, and XT6. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
When the only thing that matters is being together, why not bring the holidays to a Bravo vacation home? Somewhere with more space to get even closer to the people you love. Your together awaits with Bravo. Christmas Tree, new series, December 3rd on Discovery. A very unusual case has just landed in Nurse Terry Foster's ER.
So you said it was a stove stuck on his pants?
Yeah. A camping stove.
Okay. When she said what was wrong with him, I couldn't help it. I just looked right at it. I'm thinking, under that towel, that's a stove. How is that stuck on there? I mean, there's probably a good 60 seconds. I just was staring.
It's all yours.
I know that guy's penis is probably tore up from being in a stove, and I really personally didn't know if I wanted to see that or not, and I'd have been happy for somebody else to take care of him. You guys are not going to believe what's out there. There's a guy out there who's got his penis caught on a stove, and he brought the stove in with him. Would you be interested in taking care of him for me, by any chance?
We're going to let you handle this one all by yourself.
They weren't interested in taking this patient at all. They're like, this one has Terry Foster written all over it. You want to come on back with me and I'll get you taken care of and help you stand up? And I briefly thought about getting a wheelchair for him, but I thought he may not even fit in a wheelchair with holding this stove under there. You don't have far to go, okay?
Good luck, baby.
Sit kind of far back there. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I need to kind of take a look and see what's going on. Okay. When I took the towel off and I could lift up and see under there, it just about made me sick. And I've seen a lot of blood and guts, but it's just a weak point. This penis was really enlarged and it was bleeding and it was swollen tremendously, but not like an erection swelling. I mean, he had a lot of trauma from where he was trying to remove himself from the stove. I see him in a lot of pain, man. Okay, this is the craziest thing I've seen in a long time of being an ER nurse, but you just sort of have to kind of stay grounded and stay focused. I just need to ask you, are you allergic to any medication? No. I'm sure the guy was embarrassed, but most importantly, he was in pain. I just got one more question. Why? Okay. It's been the downfall of many a great man. He needed emergency treatment, and if he didn't get it, he could end up having his penis amputated.
The CT scan of Dr. Avantis' 6-year-old patient shows no blood flow to the right side of the brain.
I don't want to see it all. We already had feelings really bad, but then when we saw the CT scan, he knew it was really bad.
Dr. Avantis, I need to talk to you.
Yeah,
I just talked to Tyler's mom, and she told me her husband died 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago? Are you kidding me? Wow. I just really felt for the mother, because I mean, she just lost her husband. Here's her child with something that's just unheard of for children. And I had to go in there now and tell her, look, your child's having a major stroke. He's cool. I might talk to him. So, really quite frank, we're kind of want to move as quick as possible. Tyler's had a major stroke.
How is that possible?
Well, he originally had heart surgery.
Yeah, he is. A small hole patched up, and they repaired the valve, and that was ages ago.
What may have happened is he may have developed a little clot in the valve, and just all of a sudden you lose. But they got him here really early, so we need to take really good care, and we're going to fix him up. Okay, you're okay.
It was a horrifying experience, not only you lose one, but you lose two. The two people in your life that you truly care about, and that you live for every day. It's like life just flashes right before your eyes.
You see, I think we need to give him some TPA.
Can you use that on kids?
That's the thing. Kids don't know when to get strokes. We're going to give it before, and we're going to ask you to. Hey, can you call Rosen or something? A neurologist? Yeah. Dr. Rosen? Yes, Dr. Rosen. Okay, 6-year-old here with the about 15 minutes. I'll try to find anyone that used TPA on child before and to see what dose to use as well. Nobody has talked to used TPA on a child, believe me what it might do to a child.
What did they say?
It's contraindicated, or they've never given it to a child. I have a 6-year-old who's here in my emergency room, whose brain's dying every minute, and I haven't been able to find anyone who's able to help me with them.
Rookie ER physician Travis Jasper, patient, the wife of a senior doctor at the hospital.
So you bleed from your body. May I take a look? She's clearly uncomfortable. She's cramping, she's sweating, her heart rate's up, she's tachycardic, her blood pressure's low. And I'm thinking, this could really be serious. This may be life-threatening. It looks like she could be going into shock. Let's start 2 lines more ambulance. Draw all the lab work. Get 2 samples to the lab's tank. And saline wide open. How long have you been bleeding like this? Over 2 hours. Anything before that? Hard stools, diarrhea? Don't. It would be best if I get this information directly from the life. I'm sure you understand.
Diarrhea, vomiting, cramps. They got cramps.
How long do these portions usually take?
When you're studying for your boards, you're really pretty thorough. You really delve deeper into all of the causes and each diagnosis. You take the opportunity to try to explore each of them. In the chase, I think it's best that we check to see if there's visible cause for the bleeding, such as perhaps hemorrhoids. So usually, I'm pretty stern. But in this particular case, I found myself really sort of shrinking and being really all apologetic. Unfortunately, that means I need to do a rectal exam. Could you pass me the quiet card developer and some readings? A quiet card is a test that you perform with developers to confirm it's a bloody stool. So I do the rectal exam and I look at my blood and it's all blood. At this point, I'm really stressed.
The arm is what?
And now the phone is green. That's great.
The chief of surgery wants updates.
Sir. Yes. We're stabilizing her and doing the work. Absolutely. We'll get her there as soon as possible. I'm early in my career. I'm studying for my boards. And I'm feeling that everyone's thinking they're on the way into work. As long as it's easy. But I'm sure you ask your patients a series of questions with necessity. Of course I do. But this is different. Vitals?
BP's 107 over 78, heart rate 103.
I turn and I look, and I see blood pouring out the veins.
I kind of want to prepare the Vegas, man. As a guy, you kind of need to know this is what's going on down there.
No matter what sometimes keeps you up, Nature Made helps you learn things. Our extended release melatonin helps you fall asleep and stay asleep. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Ready to shine from the inside out? Try Nature's Bony Hair Skin and Nail Gummies. The #1 brand to support beautiful hair, glowing skin, and healthy nails. And try it there. Now, 2 times more biotin.
We're at the movie and we need to silence our phone. Who knows where that button is?
I don't have time.
Everyone's trapped. It happens to all of us. We buy a home and we turn into our plans. What I do is help new homeowners overcome it.
Is an adjustable spanner? Good choice, Steve.
Don't forget you're not assisting him.
After what's said,
Who else needs focusing on submarines? My dad? Yeah. Progressive can protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your horse when you level with us. Yeah. The new LG Wash Tower. Redefine laundry in half the space.
For hands that live to see the sun. Don't settle for silver. Nourish and protect with new full-on age defense hand cream with SPF. Champion your skin. From genuine shea, smooth chocolate, crunchy and clean, lovingly laid, and wrapped in gold. Staying in is great. No driving means Bailey's S'mores. So delicious. S'more is more. Enjoy these s'mores indoors, and remember not to drink and drive. Kim Crawford, make it amazing.
Get Black Friday prices now through December on everything you need to show your holiday achievement, from tabletops to treetops, shouting from the rooftops. Decorating, improving with the home. How's doers get more done?
I'm letting go of my past, remembering why I left. Going through the closet where Mariah spent a long time, I'm finding these things that she's written that didn't realize she was hurting that bad. Our family is now fractured into 3 separate households.
Not being able to see my siblings, it almost feels degrading in a way. That's a boundary that has been crossed, and I don't know how they can take it back.
Welcome to Platteville, Tuesday at 10 on TLC. Has just had a massive stroke. Dr. Avances wants to give him a drug called TPA to break up the blood clot in his brain. But it's not designed to be used on children.
What we know is that the quicker you get it on board, the quicker it starts happening, and the better results you have. And so to me is, I don't want to wait an hour before I make a decision on this TPA. The longer I wait for this child, the more brain death is going to happen.
Everybody always told me, oh, you have to do this for the special kids, you know, just the thought of losing things after I just recently lost a husband. I lost it.
Dr. Ness on the phone for you.
Hello, Dr. Ness. Hey, it's Dr. Avances. Hey, listen, I've got a 6-year-old here who's had a large stroke, and I want to get a TPA. What do you think?
As soon as he got on the phone, I realized this is the guy he was talking about. He was very direct, to the point.
Yeah, I know he's 6 years old, but he's actually about partially he's about age 2.
It's difficult when you're talking to someone over the phone to get an idea of what the patient looks like, but he quickly and efficiently painted a picture of what Tyler looked like, and talking to him, I knew I could trust his exam.
That's great that you're in agreement. I really appreciate your time. I need your permission to use something that's really not usually used in kids' age.
What is it?
It's TPA, or tissue plasminogen activators, but they use in adults to help break up clots. The problem is in a young child is that we don't know if he's going to have more internal bleeding from it. So he could bleed internally, could bleed into his brain, he could have worsening of the stroke symptoms from it, but without it, I don't think he really stands a chance of making it.
The scariest moment was when they told me that he may not see. When there was no chance with him if you do not have the TPA, that you would not see.
And what if they don't give it to him?
We don't give it to him. Well, his stroke scale is 20 right now. Anything above 16 has a low level of stroke. Boy! He's probably going to stay like this. He's not going to be able to walk, he's not going to be able to talk or use that arm, and he's going to still have a lot of trouble after this.
What would you do if it were your child?
Well, I've got a daughter about his age, so
yeah,
my daughter, I'd try it.
Have you ever been no game?
Let's do it.
Ooh, no game?
She held it together incredibly well. And I can't imagine having lost your husband that soon, and now your child going through this. Hey, Susan, let's go give it a TPA. Do 9 mgs per kg and just run it over an hour.
With the TPA flowing, Dr. Avances
plans
his
next move.
My biggest fear is the TPA by itself wouldn't work on the clock. So,
Yo, what up, guys? Kill.
I'm going to take the risk to try to go in to a small pot enough to his brain to take this pot out.
Okay.
It's risky. But you know, 52-year-old woman would be going into this pot.
I told you. What did he do?
Oh, man.
You cannot go up to his brain and take this pot out.
What did he do, man? He's back in here with another reaction. Family got roasted.
Really crashing and then just
what did you do, man? He's back again with another.
Face to face with his most
Okay, what are we playing? Cold War, Rocket League.
has a camping stove stuck on his teeth.
I went to
Well, what do you want to play? Rocket League, Cold War.
and at first he kind of was half listening, and then the more I told him, the more he
So you want to do Rocket League? Hey, I'm getting really close with my shotgun. I got a lot of camos trying to get gold for with my shotgun.
You need to give the doctor a little more information than you gave me.
Well, one, I was telling you to join my thing because I was on like round 26 and had a bunch of good stuff, and then I had to go take a minute. I didn't